snacks? What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage. That's the homie Joe.
Hey!
That's the guy Sin. This is Loading Snacks Weekly.
Hey.
We get together once a week, talk about things that are happening in pop culture.
Cool.
This week,
I
want to actually dive a little more deeply into Disney Plus.
Okay.
So a couple of weeks ago, Disney, I don't know, I guess you could call it an announcement, but they had like their investors meeting or whatever. They talked about Disney Plus. They talked about what the pricing was going to be. Do you remember what the pricing was going to be?
$6.99 a month. $69.99 for the whole year.
For the whole year. And a lot of people are like, hey, that's
not bad.
That's pretty good. But I've been thinking, I'm not so sure.
Not so sure?
I'm going to tell you why in a second.
Okay.
And we're going to dig into... Digital Trends has a really good article that kind of covers like all of the things that are known that are going to be available on the service. Mostly the things that are going to be available like at launch.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff that's coming after launch, and then like a lot of rumors that seem kind of confirming. Like literally, I'm gonna go through all of it. Like we just gonna kind of dig whatever. But here's why the $6.99, $70 a month thing kind of has me going, I'm not so sure. So I really need details, because when I started to really think about what $6.99, $7 a month, right? What that really means, it's like $1 cheaper than Netflix, which has a lot of content, a lot of quality content, and a lot of stuff we want to see. Some of which is stuff that is Disney, Marvel stuff. Some which will continue to remain on Netflix, but some of that stuff's gonna get pulled because it's gonna be on. Right. And when you consider the difference between the two and what's on it, I guess you really just have to decide whether or not it's worth it for you to have both, or whether or not you'd have to pick one or the other, which we'll talk about. But then I started really thinking, because while the idea of paying $7 a month versus $8 a month or $9 a month, I think it's not $8.99. I think it's $8.99 because it just went up.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it, and I'm like, but that's not what I pay. I pay like $15 a month for Netflix.
Same here.
Why? Well, there's two reasons. One, so that multiple people can watch at one time on different screens, and two, 4K. So now my question is Disney Plus going to have 4K? If they do, is that going to cost me more?
Yes.
If it does, what is it going to cost me? And will I be able to have multiple people watch? Can I create separate accounts? Like, again, everything's PG-13 or whatever, so there really isn't the same need like there is for Netflix, where Netflix has like a Netflix Kids. Like my youngest daughter has her own Kids account. She's upset with me because she wants to watch Friends. She can't watch Friends on a Kids account because Friends isn't on there, but Friends is her favorite show.
Okay.
Because when she's not watching on her account, she watches Friends. Whatever. I don't know if you know, but Rachel's pregnant. It's a thing.
Okay.
That's what it. Okay. That's, when you come home to that, and it's exciting news. Oh my God, Daddy, Rachel's pregnant. Yes, like 20 years ago, Rachel's pregnant. That child is old now. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
child's in college.
For real. So yeah, I really kind of want to dive into this. So what are we thinking? One, will Disney Plus have 4K?
I would say yes. The question is just, is that going to be a launch thing? Because, let's be real. Especially, let's take all the Marvel stuff that's going to be in there. Especially all the recent stuff. And plus, a Captain Marvel, for instance, which they said will be there when it comes time for it to be on there. Right,
it's going to be the first movie that doesn't go to Netflix.
I would hope you would have something like that in 4K on there.
But I hope too. But you think they will, but not right away.
I don't think it's going to come right out the gate, though.
Now, the service is supposed to drop in November, which is technically perfect timing for Captain Marvel to drop video. I would think, though, that it would probably drop before that. Just given the time frame for when stuff's been coming out, like Endgame's happening, so
Endgame
then in a month we get Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, to me, Captain Marvel is probably gonna hit digital and DVD. I would think at least by like August, September.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they would have it in homes or have it available
Digital,
somewhere for you to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, for streaming it might not go to Netflix and won't be available till I think it's November 12th is the date. But if they don't have 4K when it starts, when? Right? How long do we wait? Cause for real, I mean, obviously they're gonna have stuff you can't watch anywhere else.
Obviously.
True.
But you know, I want that content. You know what I mean? Like I want it in 4K. If there's content that's available somewhere else, obviously there'll be stuff that won't be. But like, if there's content that's available somewhere else and it is available in 4K, like
That's where you want to go to.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's just a thing for me. What do you think they charge for that?
I think that'll take it to the $9.90, kind of that standard. I feel like that $9.99.
So $10 a month.
Probably like $10 a month.
For 4K.
And I think that's where we get that start.
And then what, like $90 a month for the year? You kind of keep it in that same realm.
Kind of keeping in that same.
I mean, you figure like you're really only saving about $14
something small.
by doing if it's $7 a month versus $70. You know, over the course of a year, you're basically getting 2 months free. That's essentially what's happening if you're paying, right? So, I mean, okay, so you're thinking $10. What about being able to have multiple viewers?
That's the one.
That's a must.
It's a must.
I mean, that's a must. I mean, especially if you're getting Disney. I'm thinking you probably have kids. You know what I mean? They're going to want to watch stuff. You're going to want to watch stuff. Like, you definitely going to need that multiple account thing. So that has to come into come into play.
Right.
How much, though?
I mean, I'll tell you what.
$6.99 now. Probably, I don't know, maybe $8.99.
You think?
Or do you think that's the trade-off they do? Like, you can either have 4K, $9.99, or you can have this multi-user ID thing for $9.99. And then
Really? Like, you got to do one or the other? You either get 4K or you have multiple people? Because that...
No, that would suck. That would suck.
It would.
Yeah, that's just terrible. No.
I mean... Here's my question. If any of that stuff is going to be something that happens, by when do you feel like they need to let us know? Like, if there's going to be tiers,
right?
When do we need to know?
Honestly, I think we would need to know.
Before we put our credit card information in.
Yeah, well, I would say before.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, I would think at whatever the launch date, they're going to be able to let you go in and do it. Because here's the thing. If you're telling me that I'm going to pay $70, I'm going to get the whole year, unless somehow I can, like, say, hey, I'm going to pay the extra $20 or whatever it is so I can get 4K or multi-use, or at least have that option available, I think whatever day that goes live that you can start buying it. Because I would be mad if you tell me, oh, you already paid for your year, but you can't do nothing.
I mean, I would imagine they would allow you to
upgrade side or whatever.
Like that. Okay. So here's my other question. How will we get this? Where will it be available? Is this an app that's only going to be available on tablets? Will you be able to get it through your Xbox, through your PlayStation 4?
I believe they did say the console.
This joke will be everywhere.
I mean, it should be. It should be. I'm just asking.
I believe
right?
that.
Will it be on Apple TV? Is it going to be on
I believe it's going to be
Roku?
everywhere. It might come out at different stages, staggered releases.
Right.
But I do believe with Disney, they're going to put this thing on TVs, on cell phones, tablets, laptops. It's going to be everywhere.
Because to me, that's part of... That speaks to how important it is to be able to do it on multiple screens at once.
Very true.
Right? Like, you might be watching something different. You know, like if I'm sitting here and I'm watching, I don't know.
Captain Marvel?
No.
Okay.
No.
Lion King?
No.
Pinocchio?
No. No.
Snow White?
No. But I'll just let y'all take one more guess.
Bambi.
No. Never.
It's Bambi.
Never.
Heartfelt
Never
moments.
that.
Yeah.
What I was really thinking like Winter Soldier and Falcon. Like if I'm watching the buddy cop joint.
Okay, dude.
Right, like if I'm watching that, but like the little one wants to watch Bambi or whatever, I'm not watching. I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah.
You need to turn on your tablet.
Go over there, cut on
get
your
it crack.
Xbox.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Go
Like
ahead.
get it,
Go
and
into
get it
it.
moving. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's important. So we need to know. And I just feel like there's something about that $6.99 price, that $70 a year, that makes me feel like
tomfoolery.
yeah, yeah. And it's one of them things that's kind of like right now we keep hearing a lot of stuff between like people complaining about the Epic Store and a lot of stuff going exclusively to the Epic Store and like people being mad because they're pulling stuff from Steam and people are like Steam is better because it has way more features and whatever, and Epic doesn't have it. It's kind of like, well, I'm sure eventually
Yeah,
that
you
stuff
gotta
will
get
work its
started,
way.
yeah.
That's it'll work its way there. This is kind of the same thing to me though. You know what I mean?
It
Like
is.
that $6.99, $7 a
Since
month.
Disney
Like
owns so much and all that stuff's getting pulled from Netflix and going this, it is the exact same thing.
So let's do this. Let's talk about some of what we know and don't know for sure is going to be there. Again, digital trends. Let's get into when we can expect to see this stuff. Well, what we'll see. We already know about the Mandalorian, right? So the roadmap is set to include 25 original series, starting with the new Star Wars series Mandalorian.
Yep.
The films from the vault basically doesn't exist
all the
anymore. All that
classic
stuff will
Disney.
eventually be there. All 30 seasons of The Simpsons, right? Coming from that acquisition of Fox. So it says approximately 7,000 episodes of television series and 400 to 500 movies are expected to be available on the service when it launches.
Jeez.
Okay.
That's a lot.
I mean that is a lot. No, you're super right, bro. Like that's a lot. Says when it's not quite as much as what's available on Hulu and Amazon Prime and CBS, but still, it's gonna have some content. So let's talk about some more of this content. So Frozen 2, Toy Story 4, Star Wars Episode 9, the live action Lion King, Captain Marvel, all that stuff streaming there, right? It also does say in here that the more like stuff like Deadpool, right? That stuff would be Hulu, right? So that's the other thing is that there's a certain slate, certain level of content that they're trying to keep, PG-13 and under for Disney. But then they do have Hulu as well. They have part ownership of Hulu, and that stuff will be going
On that side,
there, which technically means to get it all,
you have to
you
have
need another subscription.
Yeah, you gotta have both.
You know what I mean? So maybe the $6.99 is a thing because it's gonna be like, well, because Hulu's what, $10 a month?
about right. $12 you want no commercial, something like that.
Don't they have 4K? I don't know. I don't have Hulu.
No, there isn't a. There's just the two, the base one that gives you the commercials, and then the $12 one that gives you the no commercial option.
Oh, we fighting. I can't do that. We can't do that. I need them K's. I need them K's. Don't you like your K's?
I like my K.
I like my K's.
I like my K.
I mean, I like K. He's not here right now. But I need all 4,000. I need them K's. You know what I mean?
I'll get there one day.
You will.
Yes, you will.
You will. And when you do,
I'll understand.
you're going to pay for it.
I understand the power of the
Again.
K. I understand
well,
everything.
you're familiar with it.
I'm familiar with
Extra
this.
Life, you was like,
Yeah, you was you was looking over there hard, like, oh man. And you was over here playing yours. You kind of
I
like,
hate you right now. But I mean, okay, so we know we got Hawkeye, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. Loki.
Hawkeye and Falcon.
Yeah. Hawkeye, Falcon, and Winter Soldier. Scarlet Witch,
he was
and Vision.
just.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you meant like it was their show. Yeah, I'm about to say,
no,
hold
no,
on.
no,
Okay.
The What If series, which
Yep.
is specific to the MCU. We've talked about that before. Star Wars shows. So The Mandalorian. Which, I mean, I think it's going to be cool. They're doing a Cassian Andor series, which is the main character, the dude from Rogue One.
Okay, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So Diego Luna's coming back to do that. And that's cool because Alan Tudyk will be back, K2SO. He was kind of he was cool. An Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries. They don't know if Ewan McGregor is going to be involved in it or not, but apparently there's speculation that could be a thing. Clone Wars series, which, you know, people love it. I ain't mad at that.
Not at all.
Supposedly, there's word of a possibility of Donald Glover, Emilia Clarke, Oscar Isaac, John Boyega having shows with their respective characters. It's a possibility.
Okay.
It's rumor, though. There is going to be an untitled Muppet series.
Oh, wow.
Supposedly. A Monsters, Inc. series is supposedly in the works. High School Musical, the musical, the series.
I saw that.
Not for me.
Not for me either.
And supposedly, here are rumors for a series based on these movies. Are you ready?
Oh, boy.
Lord.
3 Men and a Baby.
Oh, wow.
Don Quixote. Father of the Bride. Flora and Ulysses. Lady and the Tramp. Magic Camp. Noel, the Paper Magician. The Parent Trap. The Sandlot. We know the Sandlot is a thing. We just didn't know where it was going.
Now we do.
We know that's a thing. Stargirl. The Sword and the Stone. Timmy Failure. Togo, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Then supposedly there are 10 unscripted series that are coming to the platform, including one called Marvel 616, which is an anthological documentary series that explores Marvel's legacy of stories, characters, and the creators. Historical, cultural, and societal context has become inseparable from stories in the Marvel Universe. Something called Earth Keepers, from the creators of Chef's Table. A cinematic documentary series following the people changing the way we see Animal Kingdom. Including conservationists and animals they devoted their life to studying. A show called Be Our Chef.
I heard about.
Okay.
Be Our Chef. Yeah. Angela Kinsey of The Office hosts a Disney-inspired cooking competition that will ask contestants to create a dish that represents their family through a Disney lens. Cinema Relics. Iconic art of the movies, an anthology series that explores the props and costumes that made films unique. Something called Encore, where Kristen Bell serves as a producer on the series and brings together former castmates of High School Musical and tasks them with recreating their original performance.
Okay.
Marvel's Hero Project. This series put the spotlight on inspiring kids who have dedicated their lives to selfless acts of bravery and kindness. Something called Reconnect. A family that has reached their breaking point gets the help they need in this series that explores the issues driving families apart and the ways they can resolve those issues. Road Trip. Bob Woodruff and his 27-year-old doppelganger son, Mac, host this travel guide to all the places the average tourist is likely to venture. Shop Class. A competition series featuring inventive students tasked with designing, building, and testing new contraptions. And an untitled Walt Disney Imagineering documentary series that will chronicle the history of Walt Disney Imagineering, the people, the craft, the business behind the theme parks, and so forth.
That's actually kind of interesting.
And then non-Disney content, so National Geographic. I have a bunch of stuff on there. And it says, what it says is, Disney Plus will also feature some non-Disney owned content, including material from National Geographic that it is in the process of acquiring through its purchase of 20th Century Fox's magazine and TV affiliate business. I didn't know about the magazine.
Oh, man.
Okay.
So that's a new thing. Yeah, I mean,
It sounds like they got a solid,
Very
solid plan there.
it's pretty serious, and there's like a good bit more to the article. I go read it if you want more detail than what I'm just kind of spewing. But in terms of what they have in content, we're feeling
pretty good.
I'm feeling good.
Definitely feeling pretty good.
$6.99, $7.
A little bit
out
for everybody.
Are you willing to do it if you can't do it on multiple screens at once?
For me, I probably would say yes, because actually I'll take that back. Probably not. That's the problem. I would probably be the person in the household who probably watch a lot more of the stuff that's on Disney Plus. I'll say like my mom watches Netflix, a lot of things on there, so she does watch like a lot of the Marvel shows and things like that. So I think she would be open to watching some of the things. It sounds like there's something on there that everybody would probably want to jump into. So, and there's times where we're absolutely on at the same time, and I'll be so mad if I'm trying to watch Winter Soldier.
You just gonna have to watch Hulu.
Don't flip. But it's not there though. I want my Winter Soldier.
You know. So you just don't buy the service at all. Then you can't watch Winter Soldier anyway.
I didn't say no.
I'm just saying. You said I'm likely not to because.
But I'm definitely gonna have it though. So maybe it'll end up being that I'll indulge first.
Yeah.
And then once I kind of get my fix out of it, then I'm like, hey, just so you know, we now have access to Disney Plus.
Oh man,
it's on the Apple TV.
My man finna hold out.
Right.
Hey, I want to get my fix out.
I know where to send this video to. Anyway, so
Do what you gotta do.
yeah, I mean, are you planning to do Disney Plus?
I might do a free trial.
Free trial.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if I can get a hold of a free month to try it out.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'm gonna be as frank as possible. I mean, I'm switching from Gage for a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
I am. I might not be totally happy about it, and when I'm not, y'all are gonna hear it. But
But you're gonna
I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be stuff I want to see.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be stuff I feel like I need to see.
I agree, especially on the
all
Marvel
the
stuff.
Marvel
That's the
stuff
problem.
on there?
That's the
The Marvel stuff,
And it's gonna
the
be-
Marvel stuff, the Star Wars stuff, like all that stuff. That's what I'm looking for. That stuff,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. It's subscription crack.
Yeah,
The subscription's getting out of hand.
it is.
It is.
It is.
We're gonna talk about that on another show. For now, y'all tell us what you think about what's coming up with Disney Plus. Are you prepared to subscribe? Does it matter to you if you can watch on more than one screen at a time? Does 4K mean anything to you? Are the Ks
Yeah.
important to you?
You got the
They're important to
Ks?
me. I like them Ks. I like them Ks. While you're thinking about it and letting us know in the comments, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the ding-a-ling bell.
Yep.
Yes.
And shoot over to where?
Patreon.com/loading snacks.
That way you can help support us so we can make this grow.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Hey, are you able to add, can you add echoes to stuff I say?
I can give it a shot.
About to find out.
Hey.
Grow. We'll see how that
see how it
turns
goes
out.
out.
We'll see how that turns out, y'all. With that, we're out. Toodles and lose.